Live.
I've never been on camera before. I'm so nervous.
Oh my god, what do we do? All right, so we're also going to be live on Twitter Spaces.
Oh, cool. I thought we were doing that before.
Skip. Hold on. Sometimes I do, but then sometimes I don't. Oh, now I fucked up because I did a Spaces from the wrong space.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, well, whatever. We don't need to do that today, I guess. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, that's fine.
It's going to be more of a visual thing today anyways. So what's going on, man?
Just got back from Dallas, back in Orlando, which is gone for a day. But there you have it. That's it.
Yeah, just been dealing with not dealing with, but Soul started school.
Oh yeah, Montessori school.
Yeah,
I
so
saw that.
it's been a little, it's been this is the third day now, and it's getting better. Except today we brought her in. Usually they come to the car and just kind of take her, and she's just off and freaking out.
Yeah.
But we brought her in there, so she was like, ah.
Still
But,
crying, not
yeah,
knowing
yeah.
what's going on.
But she keeps wanting back. She's excited to go back. But then when we bring her, then she freaks out at first. She's fine. Yeah. But anyways, so today we're gonna get into actually running a program on the Healy and showing everybody how to do that exactly with a screen share here of my phone.
With technology.
Yeah, took us freaking weeks to figure this out, but okay.
Here we are.
Here we are. Okay, so pull up the screen. So this is my phone. All right, so I'll just go right into it. Get right into it.
Well, let me just
What do you
do
want to
like
do?
a quick little intro. So if
Okay.
anybody is joining or just now watching, Joe and I have been doing a few podcasts on this device called the Healy, and maybe other topics that are connected to the basis and the science of how Healy works. Basically, Healy is a microcurrent device that delivers frequencies to your body. I know it sounds a little esoteric, but through a lot of new age science and physics, this device actually can read the energy that your body is giving off through a quantum sensor or a signal to noise ratio if you're into physics. And by the subtle nuances of energy in the air, it knows what frequencies your body is lacking to reach bioenergetic harmonization, or the harmonization of your body's energy, if that makes sense.
You're
So
making this
these
really simple. You've really broken this down into layman's
well,
terms here, huh?
hey, I just like to give more information and little information, like both, because I'm a person that likes to know information, but some people just want to know basic information. So the
Right.
basic information is that through these bands, you're getting frequencies from this device connected to a program on your phone. Now, we've been talking about it a lot and we've been running it, but Joe's been able to figure out how to show his phone so you can actually see what it looks like on your phone when it's giving the frequencies to your body. And Joe's gonna demonstrate the resonance analysis of his energy, and then the program is gonna suggest a specific program to run on his body, and then we'll be able to see what frequencies that it's giving him, and then we'll just go from there.
Okay. Now, do you want me to just go through the process of starting a random program, or do you want to do the residence thing first?
Yeah, do the whole thing so we can see. So
I'll do the residence thing. Okay.
yeah,
All right.
and so there's two programs.
Sorry.
It's all right.
There we go.
If you look at his apps right here, there's a pink dot and a blue dot. We're going to start with the blue dot.
Okay.
And when you press that, this app comes up on your phone, which is connected to the Healy on Joe's body right now. And
You have to make sure that it's on first. You have to
correct.
press the button because otherwise
won't connect through Bluetooth, just like any other Bluetooth wireless device.
Yeah.
And today we're just going to do the resonance analysis.
Which is the top one here.
Mm-hmm. And you can start adding more clients in over time, but you saw a quick list there of clients.
Yeah, sorry,
It's all right.
didn't want you to see all my people.
Yeah, it's private information. So now it's saying which Healy to select, because you can have this on multiple devices and have multiple Healys to connect to. That's the one he's connecting to right now. And now it's going to say, hey, Joe, what do you have the greatest resonance with now? Meaning, which program is going to resonate most with your body? What's going to bring you back into harmonization?
So this is the scanning process, right?
Correct.
Okay. So then when I hit continue, then all these programs are going to pop up, right?
Right.
But we want to scan everything, right?
Well, yeah, we want to do all Healy programs in this instance because we're just going to.
Sorry.
No, it's all right. We're going to run through all the programs against your energy right now, and it's going to suggest what you need, and you'll see what that looks like.
All right. So that's the second one down here. I don't know. It's kind of small on here. I'm not sure if everybody can read that, but
I can read it.
oh, okay, cool.
It's pretty small on my computer too.
All Healy programs. So we're going to click that, and then
Start
here
analysis.
we're going to hit start, and then this is like, you want to explain this? It's like you got to really have it.
Yeah, I mean, because your body is giving off energy, if you put some intention into asking the question, your body's going to give off more of the frequencies that it can read. So while you're holding your thumb down on that, it's helpful just to think, what do I need right now?
Okay, so
what program do I need? What frequencies do I need?
I'm going to go ahead and hold on that right now.
Do it.
Now usually do like a deep breath and really focus in on.
Yeah, you can feel it reading your body too. And it's saying Healy sleep programs.
It makes sense. I haven't really been sleeping a lot the past 3 days because of this whole school thing, and me and my wife have been like getting up super early, so we're prepared for the morning and shit. So I've actually been feeling that actually. So.
Yeah. And then the second, so there's a percentage in the upper, I guess if you're looking at the device in the upper left-hand corner, it says 67%, 66%, 59%. The percentages go down as the suggestion of program sets go down. So each one of those percentages and Healy programs is a program set. Within the program set is more programs. So at the moment, the top 3 is sleep, learning, and mental balance. And I generally run the program on the top, but in this case scenario, it's because Joe's saying that he hasn't slept, it's probably telling him that he needs to sleep, and it's going to want to put him to sleep because that's probably what his body needs the most right now. However, we as humans in the Western society don't always have that luxury. So I would say I would do the learning program or the mental program set to see what you need within that, because those programs for sleep are no joke. If you run that, you really will be tired.
Yeah. So we don't want to run that right now.
Yeah.
I bet you the Healy learning program is stress acute, I bet.
Probably because we were just figuring out how to do this today and learning something new. Yeah.
No. Well, that I guess, but no, that just it's a continuous thing with me. This freaking stress thing, and then you put the pads on the back. So I'm hoping it's not going to be that one because I don't have the pads right now.
Yeah.
But okay, so
yes. Oh, go ahead.
So let's also explain from here what you can do. So there's things you can do from here as well without these. You can actually send out the frequencies. So we'll just show a little quick little thing of that. So if you hit actions
and
vibrate, and then you go here, you can decide how long you want to run them, and it actually, you hit start and it'll start sending out these frequencies into
the air.
Actually specifically for me, right? So it doesn't matter where in the world I am, correct?
Yeah, that is correct.
So this is something, once you get somebody, say somebody's visiting, right? And you get their body scan, because they need to be there physically, right, to get the initial scan, correct?
Hmm.
And then once you have that, then you can do all this stuff to them no matter where
Remotely,
they are in the world.
right?
Now, do you have any details on how to explain that or no?
I mean, it works on Einstein's theory of, um, it's called the spooky at a distance theory. I know that sounds really crazy, but basically, Einstein postulated that everything is connected, no matter what distance. So if you have somebody's signature frequency recorded on the Healy, which, in addition to giving out frequencies, the Healy has the ability to record a signature frequency of any device because everything gives off vibration. Once it records that signature frequency, then you are able to, Healy is able to send frequencies to that signature frequency set from anywhere in the world at any time. And that's based off of Einstein's theory.
Now, by
Um,
signature frequency, you mean that the specific frequency that every human or thing has, that is like a fingerprint to each individual, only specific to them, correct? That's what you
correct.
mean by signature?
Yeah, like like a thumbprint. That's a good way
Right.
to say that. So everybody has a frequency, a resonant frequency set that is very unique to them, that is similar to a thumbprint.
Mm.
So once Healy has that, then it can send out frequencies to that person at any time from your Healy device. And this is one way the device can send frequencies. So um, just from the device, you can send frequencies to somebody, anybody, or yourself. And in addition, you could do what we're doing today, which is analyze your energy for the day and then deliver frequencies to you through the bands, which I mean, this is two different concepts, but today let's just focus on the bands.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I just wanted to go through this real quick. Let's just, you want to run it real quick for like a few seconds just to show what it looks like, right?
Yeah, so you can see what it looks like
Yeah.
running the.
So I'll just run it for like 8 seconds here.
It is kind
Um,
of confusing though.
we won't get
That
into detail about it. We'll just, I'll just hit start and you can see what it looks like. Um, the thing is also, there you have to keep your phone on like this too, because if you like go to another screen, this whole thing shuts off. Um, but yeah, so you can set this to run for however long here, or you can put in. I mean, I'm assuming these, and we don't have to get too into detail, but I'm assuming the amount of time that each one of these gives, the specific time, it means something. There's a reason why it's that specific time for that frequency, correct?
Yeah, the minute 20 is the one that it suggested for those program sets. So that's probably what I would suggest to run for
Oh, I
that.
never noticed that. I always thought it was like a default one that comes up all the time. So it actually suggests a time period to run it for.
Yeah, I think the
Oh.
minute 20 is the suggested one for everything, but there are reasons for acute and chronic illnesses to run the different frequencies, and there's actually a specific chart as to why that is.
Oh, I need to get that.
Yeah.
Because sometimes I will do this at nighttime when I go to bed, and I'll run it for like 3 hours or whatever, and I'll just leave it on, and it's hitting me all the night long. That way I don't have to like wear all this stuff.
Yeah, there is a reason for the different increments, and they have done lots of clinical studies as to why that is. But I know that it has to do with the difference between a chronic and a acute sickness.
Mm,
So, for instance, if your sleep programs are coming up because you have insomnia, that would be considered a chronic issue. If your sleep programs have just come up because you've had one bad night's sleep or a week, that's an
mm.
acute situation. That's not a chronic thing that you've been dealing with for years on end. So the reason why you would vibrate the frequencies to the different increments are because of chronic or
Ah,
acute
that's
illnesses.
good to know.
Yeah.
Okay. So, okay, good.
And you can, like we said earlier, do that remotely for people if you've captured their signature frequency within the Healy resonance
Mm.
program.
Actually, so I do this for my daughter all the time because she's obviously sleeping in another room and she's 2.5, so she can't wear these things all for too long. So I'll just like shoot it to her while she's sleeping.
That's perfect.
Okay, so let's go into, we'll take Healy learning programs, right? So actually we have to go back into the resonance, right?
Mm-hmm.
And rerun. Um,
An analysis on
and
you.
yeah, shit. Oh,
The
boom.
squiggly line on the bottom.
Yeah. Okay,
And then
resonance
resonance. Yep. Then
back
choose you
here.
to do the resonance.
Boom. And then
Instead of all Healy programs, we're now within uh, the learning programs.
learning programs, and then it's the
Mhm.
same deal. So now I'm going to think about, what learning programs do I need? That's what I'm going to say to myself.
Yeah.
Exam acute. Got a test coming up? No, but stress is in there. But these are basically, that's all the program. Oh, no. There's 9 programs, right? So this is the top 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah. So
Okay.
it's saying 53% is saying exam acute,
Mm.
49% is saying exam system, 48 learning system. Um, so you're in a concentration learning exam state. So probably doing this live makes you feel like you're taking a test or something.
Oh, maybe. Well,
Which
I
you
got
kind
other
of,
things in my life going on right now where I kind of feel like that as well. So,
yeah.
um, but I think anything acute is usually going to be use those pads. Am I correct?
Not always. I would do the system though, just in case,
Yeah,
because
yeah.
yeah,
So there these also, this comes off,
yeah,
and it comes with these little sticky pads, and you
right,
can stick them on your back, or if you have pain in your joints or something, you stick it on there.
right.
It's more direct.
Yeah. So you can deliver frequencies to a very specific area, or you can just wear them on your wrist and it's kind of going all over the main nerve endings, because all of your nerves end in your hands. So the main meridian systems and energy systems you're gonna get from these bands.
Mm. Okay, so now that we know this, we've gone through this whole thing. Now we're looking for exam acute or exam systems, and that is within the other program. So we can
Correct.
hit this. So I'm going to close out of this one, and then we're going
Boom.
to go into the pink Healy one.
Which the Pink Dot app contains all of the programs um, that Healy has created. So tapping up in that upper left hand corner shows all of the program sets. So within the gold cycle, within the pain, within the fitness, within beauty and skin,
Let me
all
reset.
of those have more programs within them. So that's why we had to run the resonance program twice. The first time we ran it on all Healy programs, and then we knew that it was in the learning set of programs. And then within the learning set, we've decided that we're doing the exam system program specifically.
Right. So then we are going into the program app to
Mm-hmm.
find those programs so we can run them.
Right, which is the Pink Dot app.
Yeah. This is exactly why we're doing this, because it can get a little confusing with the two apps. Whoa, what was that? Oh, you
Oh,
got
we've
the
got
lawn guys there again?
we do. Every time we decide to do this talk, they come and they do the yard. And what's funny is they normally come on Thursdays, but today they're coming today.
Okay, so all right, so I
You've gone into the
clicked on
Pink Dot app. Now you're
yep,
going next,
and I'm gonna hit next, and I don't know why
and
this is
you're
doing this.
going down into learning. And you tap the arrow side. It's up at the top, the
Oh, it's
green
up
one.
top. Okay, learning, boom,
And then you're doing exam system
exam system. Yep,
and start.
and
And
then
it's showing you where to put it on your wrist.
right, and I'm gonna hit that, and then
And
go.
now this brief moment is using the Bluetooth to transfer the program from your phone to the Healy device. So once it's once this transfer is done, you don't necessarily have to have your phone on you, but your phone is displaying the program frequency delivery system in real time.
Are you
So
hold on? Are you sure about that? Because I've
yeah,
walked away from my phone while I had this on, and the program basically stopped running on my phone.
yeah, it stops running on your phone, but this will not stop running until it's done.
Really?
Yeah, it keeps blinking and keeps going.
But you just can't keep track of it after if you yeah.
Yeah, but you can reconnect and it will show you, like time has passed and all of that.
Oh, I did
Yeah.
not know that. I'm learning all
Oh.
kinds of stuff today. All right.
Hey. So
Okay.
this is four.
You go ahead.
So the program's now transferred to his Healy. He is now getting 900.8 hertz through the bands, and it's saying that is 57 minutes. That it's gonna run for 57 minutes, and there's a percentage on the bottom. I generally hit that plus sign and bump it all the way up to 100, and then I back down if it's too much. As you start increasing the frequencies, depending on how sensitive you are to energy in general, you'll start to feel a buzzing in your wrists, which kind of radiates out through your arms and moves to the rest of your body. But the way that resonance frequencies work is, um, if you think of an opera singer, how she can break a crystal glass. The reason why she can break the crystal glass is because she or he is matching the resonant frequency of the crystal, and by matching the frequency of the crystal. And do you hear someone knocking at the door now? This is so fun. Every time we do this, there's always interruptions. This is what energy is all about, right?
Do you need
So
to go get
I
that?
do. I do have to
All
get
right.
that.
I could just
They're
keep
like
talking here.
pounding on the door. Yeah.
No worries. Go do what you got to do.
I'll be right back.
So, as you may have noticed, that when I bumped this up, this went from the little see the red dot and the white line behind the red dot. That white line um, turned white as I went up. So I'm gonna go back down until it gets black again. So what that is the actual connection here. So as you're going up, the it's sending a higher um, potency, I guess, of frequency, right? So then there's a more of a connection here. So when it turns white, that means it's like it's working, it's doing its thing. But me and David like to really ramp it up, so we always crank it up to 100. You could start kind of feeling it a little bit for sure. And there's actually a way you can even boost it so you can feel it even more if you're like one of those people that's like, I really need to make sure that this is working. Um, but after, because this one's going to run for another 55 minutes, like after an hour, you take this off and you'll kind of be like, ooh, okay, I feel something was definitely going on there. Um, but the key is what you want to do is you want to make sure that that line behind the red dot stays white, because if it goes black like this, it should go black if I say I just connect this a little bit. So see how it's not hitting my wrist, but if I go like this, see? So you have to make sure these things are on pretty good. I mean, obviously you don't want to cut the circulation off to your hands, but um, that's what you're trying to do. You're going to try and keep that line white and not black. Is everything okay?
Yeah, yeah. No, we just had wine delivered and you have to sign for it. So he was really pounding on the door.
You guys need this wine.
I know. It's a sustainable organic wine. It has to be delivered. So
Ooh.
anyway.
So I
Uh,
explained the whole like connectivity thing.
oh yeah, when it turns, I kind of heard in the background you were
Yeah, yeah.
explaining the turning black. So I was talking about resonance. So the way that resonance works, and I was relating that to like an opera singer breaking a crystal glass. So she's matching or he's matching the frequency of that glass structure, and by the amplitude and matching that frequency, the glass shatters. So the amplitude of the frequency is what makes it shatter. But matching the resonant frequency is the key to everything. So, for instance, in the first 10 minutes of this program running, you see the frequencies at the top, they keep changing. Um, so we started out with like 600.8 and now we're like at 66.9. For the first 10 minutes, it's in real time analyzing Joe's energy and against the frequencies within this exam system set, it's trying to figure out which ones are resonating with him the most and how it can bring his energy into balance. So, in order to do that, it has to try all these different frequencies and then find the ones that are really resonating. And if you're wearing the device, you probably know what those frequencies are because you can feel them, right?
Hmm.
Like right now, I'm running regeneration, and I'm past that 10-minute mark, and it's showing now a percentage on the bottom, um, because it's picked the frequencies to run on my body.
Uh,
And after about 10 minutes is when you really start to feel the buzzing in your hands and it going through your meridians in your arms, and it starts to radiate through your whole body
so
through
so
that.
if um so this start off I think was like 57 minutes or something like that. So you have to run the whole thing all the way through or you're not getting the full benefit, correct?
Yeah, I mean, and that's why it's considered a treatment, you know. Uh, Running the full program set from beginning to end is the full treatment of frequencies that it's wanting to deliver to bring you into a bioenergetic balance.
Hmm.
Those are the terms that we're using. There's all sorts of terms we could use to describe energy these days, but I think if we try and stick with a succinct language, bioenergetic balance would be it.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. I mean, so um I mean basically that's the gist of it, correct? Like I mean that's
Yeah,
went through the
yeah. I
whole
mean,
process.
that's we've run the resonance analysis against your energy in real time, and then it has suggested a few program sets. The sleep was first, the learning was second, and mental balance was third. And then we went through and we ran another resonance analysis to find out which program to run within learning, and then that happened to be exam systems. Then we went into the Pink Dot app and ran the program, and now
Right.
the program is running.
Right.
Are you
Right.
feeling anything in your body yet, or have you felt any
Yeah, I
like?
mean right from the rip. I always feel it like as soon as you turn it on, I feel a little tingly, yeah.
I'm the
But
same. Yeah.
okay, and then so I wanted to maybe get into the what's this one called? The Healy Advisor. I know that you don't have this, right?
I don't.
Okay, so
Um,
so this is for the professional, right? Actually,
yeah.
let's go through the different ones that they have. They have the gold, right? Is that the first one?
Yeah. So the Healy Gold, there's four different packages within Healy that give you different programs and different functionality. And everybody probably will have different reasons for why they get which package they get. Um, the gold package just comes with the Pink Dot app and gold frequencies and a few other program sets that come with that, which um, has everything you really need if you're just trying to run frequencies into your body. The the gold frequency set is based off of 30 years of research by a Portuguese scientist called Nuno Nina, and he found that our body has 144,000 resonant frequencies, and within those resonant frequencies, they deliver certain states of um, harmonization within the body. So the gold program sets have things called like balance, release, relax, energy. Those ones are very broad stroking frequency programs.
Well, yes. I I wasn't talking about like the programs because there's how many programs are there? like
Well,
total?
that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Within the 5 different Healy packages, you get different program sets. The first one is called the Gold
Right, and
because you're getting the gold programs.
that's basically the difference between all of these, right? Is like which programs actually come with it, correct?
Correct. Which
Otherwise, basically, they all look the same. They're essentially the same.
right.
They do the same thing. They just have different programs. But even if you have the gold um, Healy, you can add programs to it, right?
Yep. Any package that you get, you can upgrade to the higher level, or you can just buy specific programs that you may need over time.
Right, right. So now I don't know if they've come out with a new one yet, but the so it's the gold, then it's the what's the next one?
Then it's Healy Holistic. So
Holistic.
then you're getting the Meridian programs, you're getting the bioenergetic balance programs, you're getting some more specific programs for chronic and acute, not diseases, but disharmonies within the body. Again, this is all to say that Healy is cleared by the FDA for anxiety, depression, and fibromyalgia in the United States. Um, but there's a lot more that I would say after using it, realizing it can be used for within your everyday wellness routine. Um, so I'll just leave it at that.
Got this little bug
There's
flying around.
certain things that we can say, because this is a recorded video, and then there's certain things that we can't say. But there's things that you can say you have testimony to, and that is for me, for instance, the most fascinating thing for me is when I run the resonance analysis uh, program on my body to find out what it's saying. Hey, what frequencies do I need to bring myself back into balance? And for instance, yesterday I did a really hard workout, and the first thing that always comes up is the fitness apps. And the fitness apps, for instance, this one is regeneration. Um, there's a lot of micro tears in muscles when you lift heavy weights, and regeneration helps regenerate your body after something like that. And so this program almost always comes up for me every time I lift weights, which is completely different to if I run or if I do yoga. Different programs will come up. Um,
So also I wanted to be clear that like if you run that residence scanner thing, like and certain programs pop up, you're not just limited to like, or you should definitely use those. You may need something else that that you got some sort of, maybe you're stressed out, maybe whatever, and maybe the because this Healy, the resonance thing really goes deep. So like I think we've talked about this on other podcasts, but you might be like stressed out, but then this will say something about, I don't know, what would it say that's like really deep, like I don't know,
like a
like
past trauma that you're not dealing with that you need to deal with so that you cannot be stressed out.
yeah, yeah, or like
Yeah.
some random thing like gastrointestinal or something, but it's like that's what's, maybe you haven't been taking care of your diet or whatever, and you've been eating the wrong stuff, and your body is like physically stressed out because of that. So it goes deep, but
Yeah.
you also might just be like, I'm really stressed out right now. I need to run the stress acute. I do this all the time, and I drop those pads on my back, and you run that for 20 minutes,
It's
and
amazing.
it's great. It literally, if you have like back pain, or some people, everybody carries their stress in different places, necks, freaking back, or like wherever, right? Sometimes even in their jaw. I have mine in my jaw too. Like I'm always clenching.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, they have programs where you can run the stress, and it actually, if you have like back pains and stuff, it might be because you're stressed out. Um, but anyways, I just wanted to say that like you can go on that program. You could just skip the whole residence thing, and like if you know how you're feeling or what you want to achieve that day, you can just go into the programs and pick a program that you see fit and run it.
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I that's the thing that I really questioned when I first got the Healy, and now I don't even ask questions. At this point, after 2 years using it, and it just picks up on the subtle nuances of how I live my life every day and then suggests the programs that I need. I just listen to it and it's always
Mm.
right. And I always feel better after I do it.
Yeah, I would say also when you first get it, and I'm still kind of going through that now. When you run the residence, it's going to have all these different things that are randomly popping up, and sometimes it doesn't really make sense. But if you just got to keep going and doing them because you're so like probably backed up from not getting these frequencies on a regular basis that it's like trying to like get you up to speed. Basically, would I be correct in saying that?
I mean, I think that that's a good way of explaining it because you do feel like, I mean, if we're all energy and we're all vibration, I think if you're not running programs or if you're not running frequencies through your body frequently, um, how can I say this? There's energy blockages within our bodies all the time.
Yes, some of these areas might
Finding
be just getting like shut off because
Well,
you're not
yeah, and
real.
yeah, over time, like if
Right.
you've never done it before, if you've never done anything like this before, you could be completely blocked in a lot of different areas that you would never expect to be blocked in until you really get down to maybe figuring out why.
Yeah, the
Um,
simplest way I would explain it is like basically when you first get this, it's trying to like reactivate all those blocked
Energy
pathways,
centers, yeah,
energy pathways, I think.
pathways, yeah,
So the first month or so, you're just like kind of just blasting through. I mean, at least that's how it was for me, and it still kind of is still because I actually for the probably the past month haven't been doing so much of the residence. I've kind of gotten the hang of this. I feel like I know what I need the most. Like I the stress thing is like constant, but now that you told me about the whole chronic thing related to the acute thing,
yeah.
the acute is more like the programs and the chronic is more of that stuff. So I should be doing more of that, running that at nighttime while I'm sleeping, right? For
I
like a
mean, it depends on what it is that you need to run it for, but the chronic versus acute is going to give you a list of really a prescription actually of how to run the programs in a specific way to treat a chronic versus acute illness.
right. Oh shit.
Um,
It's
and
by the way, it's 3:26 now, so I gotta get going here in a few minutes.
okay, and yeah, let's just end. Well, yeah,
Well,
there's
hold on. One
so
last
much
thing
we could talk about.
before
Five
we
different.
end.
Okay,
Let's
go ahead.
let's
I
go.
want to say one last thing too.
Okay. Well, I
Okay.
just quickly wanted to go into the Healy Advisor and just kind of show. So this is the professional Healy, and basically it's really cool. I use it all the time. So if you just go to the search and say you just know that all right, you have some sort of pain, like you have aches and pains or something like that. So if you just type in uh, general pain, right, and you click on that, this is giving you all the programs that you should be running for
For that,
pain,
yeah,
right? So you and then this links directly up to the program app. And if you click that, say for instance that first one, that release, it'll open up the program app and just start running that shit. So I think it's really cool. And I mean, I probably use it very basically, but if you are some sort of I don't know, acupuncturist or
yeah,
um, chiropractor or whatever, like you can really dive into this and get specific. So if even if you say back pain, the programs change. So you could have a sciatica thing or,
yeah.
you know, um, but you could do anything from like inflammation, anti-inflammatory effects, something like that. So that's inflammation is always has to do with your immune system, tissues, lymphatic, you know, tonsils, fatigue, right? So these are all things associated with any kind of chronic inflammation within your body. Um, but yeah, you could search all kinds of. This thing has a whole thing, bunch of things. I haven't even seen all the stuff that it has.
Yeah, so we talked about there are five different Healy packages: the gold, the holistic, the resonance plus, and the professional. Joe went and got the professional,
Right
which
off the rip,
the
I didn't even.
professional is generally, I mean, anybody can buy the professional, but it's meant for practitioners as well. So there's a lot of ease of use when it comes to a practitioner delivering to specific clients, like he was saying, an acupuncturist or even a psychologist or somebody that has a wellness center that is trying to deliver specific frequencies to people in a very professional manner. And this does that and so much more.
Right.
And obviously, you're just scratching the surface of everything because he got. I mean, if you buy the professional app, it comes with so many different program sets that it makes your mind explode. It's
Yeah.
crazy.
Like I could literally in this as well, I could set up a program for someone that they're gonna run, we'll just take the top three here. Breathe, aging, allergy. You're gonna run each of these 2 times a day, every other day, and I can literally set this up so it actually schedules and it like shows up on your calendar to remind you to like run those programs every day.
Correct.
So
It's amazing.
yeah, yeah, and I haven't really even gotten into that even for myself. And there's all kinds of stuff. There's reports. I don't even touch any of this stuff. See, that's like the calendar thing.
Hmm.
I put some stuff in there, but I didn't know what I was doing. Um,
IMF means individualized microcurrent
mm.
frequency.
and we'll do another one where we can kind of mess around with this. But I just wanted to show this. Yeah. So those
Yeah.
are the
So if
three
you
apps that I have.
go back into the pink app real quick, and then we'll close up. So, like I was saying, after you run it for about 10 minutes, it starts to figure out which frequencies that you need for the rest of the 36 minutes that he has left. So it's showing you a progress meter. So if you saw that 37% progress means that there's 37% out of 100 for that 49.1 hertz. Now there's 27% progress of the zero point 0.2 hertz.
Wow.
As you start getting closer to the end, those percentages should start going up, meaning that they're delivering those specific frequencies to his body right now. And they're saying that those specific frequencies are what he needs to come into a bioenergetic balance. So now the zero point 0.2 is at 14%. Once those frequencies, specific frequencies, get to 100%, then it will start giving him new frequencies. So you can, in theory, run the same program multiple times and it will suggest different frequencies because um, you may need a lot of frequencies within that one program to get to a balance.
Yeah, depending on the day, how much energy you have towards that or whatever, all kinds of different variables of why it would send you certain frequencies, right?
Right.
um yeah, also last thing, see how it keeps going black and white? This is why I like to leave this on the app on when I'm like running it, because you could be doing all kinds of things and not have your phone on you. You wouldn't even know that it's not like really connected properly.
Yeah. The
But
black just means low conductivity. I mean, a lot of time if you're moving around and
yeah,
or if this is in kind of a weird position, it may take a minute to get connected. Melissa always puts a little water on her finger and then puts it on her wrist and does the
yeah,
water makes it conduct a little bit better.
I've tried that as well. I've been doing that as well. But
Yeah,
sometimes also it could be due to maybe you haven't drank enough water that day as well.
that is
You're
also
a little,
correct. Yeah,
little dehydrated. The more water you have in your body, the better connectivity I think that you'll have on this.
yeah, yeah, because we are water, and water is a great conductor for frequencies or electricity moving through the body.
Right. All right. I think this was a pretty good
Good
podcast.
amount of information,
Yeah.
probably a lot. If you guys have any questions, put them on the bottom of the comments, and then we could do more videos like this explaining the different programs or explaining it differently if the message isn't getting across. If across, I always say that across. If you kind of are just coming on towards the end, we're talking about this Healy device. delivering frequencies to your body, and it's amazing and it's incredible, and that's why we're talking about it, because it is a alternative form of healing and self-care and prevention that I think we both really believe in. It's better than pills, better than potions and creams. So
Yeah, it's definitely a good percentage of like the one of the tools that you need to like continuously stay on top of your health and physical, mental, spiritual, everything. Um,
amen.
yeah. So cool. I like that. And I think maybe I'm gonna try and like kind of take that portion that we kind of like ran the program on the screen and maybe like break it down to maybe a simpler, more fluent, maybe quick 15 minutes if I can. Little
Yeah.
short version of like how to on this whole thing. We're gonna keep doing this though. We'll totally do that again, and we'll do different programs, and we'll
I mean, it'll be different every time we try and run the resonance,
yeah.
you know?
Maybe actually we should start the the podcast with like running that doing that every single time,
Yeah, I
and
think
then
it's a
that
good
way
idea.
people will start to see um
Why it's different and,
right
you
right
know,
right right
yeah,
right,
yeah.
right. So all right, buddy.
All right, brother. Good chats
Right.
always.
Oh, also, if you haven't heard, David and Melissa are going to be in town
Oh yeah,
on
we're
a week or
coming to
so.
Rhode Island in September.
Right. So early September, we'll have David here in the studio, and we can do all kinds of stuff like this live in person, and it won't
Yes.
be so like little.
The Real Frequency Experience
Yeah, yeah,
project.
yeah.
All
So
right, brother.
okay,
Love you, man.
cool, man. Love you. Bye.